Hey, this is Ron McNerney. I got the call from Mr. William Patrick. He is a Nationwide customer. Nationwide told him to call ServPro. ServPro, the customer said ServPro sounded like the girl was drunk, and kept putting him off and putting him off. So the following day he called us, so we're here. The customer's name is Mr. William Patrick. It's 6130 Woodstock View. Claim number 6341MP666389, and we'll go into the house and take a look at what we got. The source came from two areas. It came from this toilet here, and it came from another area, and I'll go back to that a little bit later. On the sheetrock, I'm getting readings on the sheetrock. That's wet, obviously. And then on the floor here, I'm getting a reading of 14.8. And then where the toilet abrupted and the water was coming out, in this area here, you see it's pegging at 68.9. So the sewage came up and over the bowl, affected this tile, this sheetrock, rolled next door, and went downstairs into the kitchen ceiling where that had collapsed. We're going to go to the next bathroom now. Water also came up through this toilet here, coming out into this area. We'll do the dry standard on this tile, and we're at about 10 or 11, it looks like, roughly 11, 12. And then over here, the water came straight out onto this floor and downstairs into the kitchen. It's, I'll let you, 96. And if you look into the tub, you'll see the residue where the sewage came up, and there's also residue on this floor, right where Chris's feet is. We'll get some residue there. So we know the floor is wet. This cabinet is swollen on this side over here. It's buckling, hard to tell, but it is, and it's also wet. And let me do a moisture reading on this front cabinet. And we can see we're up around 21, 22. So the cabinet also is ruined with the sewage. We're going to go downstairs in the kitchen now. In the kitchen area, we had the water from above come straight down from this ceiling, category 3. The customer was home, fortunately, stopped the water, but he was saying it was cascading down onto this floor and spread out. Now, I have my dry standard for this vinyl is over here, and we're looking at, well, it looks like about 18, okay? That's our dry standard. And then I'll go into this area here where the water was coming straight down. And there's also a crack in the floor where the water went into. We can put that meter right here. We're at 78. So obviously this final floor has to come up, the sheetrock. The cabinets here were also hit with water. See how it's reading on the sides. So that was hit with contaminated water. And then over here, the other side of the kitchen is also wet with a red. And this cabinet here is wet as well. So the water came down, hit, and rolled, affecting this vinyl floor, all the cabinets. And then from up here, the water hit and rolled through the sheetrock. Water lines here, water lines here. The plumber cut out this circle, and the water just came pouring down onto this carpet, which is also affected. Okay, like I said, the water came down from that hole, from that sheetrock, onto this carpet, and you can see that The carpet is also wet. And again, that's with the sewage, so that carpet and padding will have to come out.